Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queens. Patreons, as always, my deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude towards you and your support. Nothing is more important to me than to try to do everything possible not to disappoint you and to always surprise you pleasantly and amaze you. You won't believe. I don't know how do I get this subject. They just get into my head like if dropped by someone. Relatively simple subject. Uh, have you ever thought about it, my beautiful queens? Who is thinking about me now? Like, for example, it's late November or December evening. You're having yourself a cup of coffee. I spoiled myself today, my beautiful queens. I have purchased myself a Starbucks cup today. So I'm having, so you're having yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and you wonder who is thinking about me. Is anyone thinking about me now? What is he thinking? Who it is? First of all, who it is and what is he thinking? How is he thinking about me? Who maybe you don't know. So I want to play this little game. I want my three favorite decks to tell us about it, and please write me in the comments, in a comment section. I read all your comments, I read all your messages. What did you get it? Did you guess who was thinking about you when I have been describing your cards? So let's take the deck number 1 and choose card from 1 to 3, and let's see. I wonder if while I'm describing you, the man, and what he's thinking, were you able to recognize or guess at least who that is, or who might it be, or maybe not, maybe not. Let us see. Let us go and see. So card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. This is the first deck, and let's take another deck and see what cards will tell us. Am I holding it in upright position? Yes. Who is thinking about you? And what he is thinking? I'm just wondering. Let us see. Am I holding it upright? Yes. Let us see what is that. Pardon my telephone. Somebody is trying to call me. Never mind. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's see. So my queens, will go straight to it. If you chose set of card number 1, let's turn and see who is thinking about you. Okay, full in upside down position. Who is thinking about you now? So much information you can see in here. Let me do it like that. Look at that. Especially if you are the Queen of Swords, if you are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But obviously here it's also could be your behavior. This is how you acted with him, and I am absolutely convinced that you did the right thing, because we see, you know how much you can see in these 3 cards. It's amazing. You see the 7 of Pentacles, and you see the reversed Fool. So when you knew this man, what happened? I will tell you the whole love story of yours. You met this man, the fool. You met him unexpectedly. It started as a flirt. It started as something burst into your life. You were something new for him. He was something new for you. And it was so spontaneous. It was so bright. It was so wonderful. It's so amazing. And he probably was so promising. He felt, because the fool is unborn child with all the potential there. And this is the man when you met him, and this is the man who is thinking about you. He's connected with the archetype of a child, connected with Mercury and Neptune. In connected, interesting thing with number 11, and of course to number 0, could be zodiac wise the two absolutely opposite signs, Pisces and Aries, because the fool, he has it all. So you met him, and you met him. It was spontaneous. It was unexpected. He was looking into your eyes. He told you probably that it was a beginning of a new romance. He probably were telling you that you are the dreams come true. You're the best thing which happened to him. He lost his head. He lost his mind. It all looked so promising. It all looked so wonderful. It all looked so, you didn't probably, he was walking in the moonlight. It probably was spontaneous, running through the, I don't know, through the woods in search of some exotic, I don't know, flowers. It was beautiful love making on a beach, or not on a beach, but it's just sensuality, passion, amazing feelings that you feel like anything possible, everything possible, and everything is ahead of you, because the fool is not a liar. The fool, when he says something, he believes in it. The problem is that 2 days later he might be believing in something else. So what happened? It all looked so wonderful for you, so beautiful and wonderful. And then what happened? You, of course, wanted it to become serious, it to actually, so you two in committed, beautiful relationship, and you two are together, and what happened? And that committed relationship were not happening, because we have 7 of Pentacles. You were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, patiently waiting until the fool becomes the fool in reverse position and actually stop being a fool. And you were waiting and waiting. You wanted, it for some of you wasn't bad, probably. It's simply things were not developing, and you started to ask yourself, okay, does it make any sense? Maybe this tree is not supposed to give me no apples here. Maybe this is not gonna happen. How long I have to be waiting? You invested so much time and emotions and hopes and dreams in here, in hope to have the fool become into a reverse position. What it means, as I already said, so the fool would become serious. So he stopped doing this impulsive things. So he stopped being egocentric or infantile, grow up and do something serious, because he seemed not be able to do one thing for a long time. He just constantly here, there, here, figure there. What happened? You were waiting, and then the Queen of Swords, your mind came up and said, listen, I don't see you giving me what I deserve and what I want in life. because he was not ready, you know. He wasn't ready. The fool is not ready. Was not ready. He wanted freedom. He wanted just come wherever he wants, live whatever he wants. And you probably cut this all off because you were tired of waiting. You didn't want this man to waste your time. But because we have the ones here, it could be, as I already said, it's interesting that the full major arcana full is in between Pisces and Aries. But here we have the ones, so also it could be Sagittarius or Leo fire sign, and you simply cut it off. You did not want to keep on waiting for something which didn't seem like it was happening at all. And you cut him off. You were gone from his life. Whether it was recently or a long time ago. But this is what you did, and this is that one who is thinking about you. And what is he thinking? He is thinking that he did a wrong thing on one hand, but probably you did the right thing, but at the same time, it's realization that the woman like you deserves all or nothing, deserves not deserves all of nothing, I mean deserves it all. And you're not gonna agree to less than you deserve. What I can tell you, he probably keeps on watching you from a distance. Understanding who he was dealing with, of course, already came to him. But at the same time, fool still stays. If you met today or you met tomorrow, you still would not take him into your life, because probably after spending several days with him or several dates with him, you would still see and understand that he didn't change much, but you've changed much, and nothing, you cannot build anything with him. You would be calm and cold, you wouldn't be suffering. But being honest with you, fool never forgets this type of personality. Never. It stays with him forever. This is those for you who chose the set of card number 1. Now we are going to take set of card number 2. Who is thinking of you? Ah, you left somebody also. Very interesting. So this one left, and you left somebody. Okay, girls who were dealing with a married man or a man who was not free. How beautiful it is walking away, leaving the hopeless situation which was stuck. I think this is more mostly going with the past. So who is thinking of you? I would assume it's either a fire sign. We having the fight here. We having the the 5 of wands, and we are having cups, which you left, because this woman, this lady, she's walking away from the from cups, meaning walking away from someone of the water sign. Could be Cancer, could be Scorpio, and could be Pisces. It could have been recently, it could have been a long time ago, but you turned away from this situation because it was so much you did not want to deal anymore. So what are we having here? As we having the why you walked away, because the stagnation, you were stuck, you were blindfolded with your hands tied, situation in which this man did not just want to change anything. It was very promising. The thing is that you were fighting. You were fighting very much for this. the thing is that um, you this was never a relationship which were peaceful. No, it wasn't peaceful. It was a lot of discomfort, it was a lot of pain, and this is three classical cards of third party relationship, and also relationship in which we having two cards of a female. So it's simply the relationship in which you were constantly fighting, constantly trying to change it, uh, constantly trying to improve something, but unfortunately you were fighting, but that someone was not fighting much at all, and you walked away. Finally, you simply walked away because you decided that, as again, this is a classical third party, that he's never gonna, make his mind. If he promises something he didn't do it, you gave him not one, two chances. You gave him 75 chances, but also it was your fight with yourself, because you obviously loved this man a lot, but at the same time you are too strong. So what was happening, you were for quite a bit of time in this eight of this, you were fighting, then you were just tired and sick and tired of fighting. That became a crisis of relationship, because in a conflict you wanted and waited, and he probably promised you something or let you believe that he will do something, but he was not doing absolutely nothing, and you unfortunately started to doubt his sincerity, started to doubt his reasoning. You started to doubt, is it worth fighting for? Because the thing is that man actually could do something. He just chose not to. He said, I can't, I have this, and I have this and this and this. So third party relationship ending, we have in three here. It could be you were third party, but it also could be that it was someone else. For example, you were married and this is your ex-husband, and he met a woman, and you walked away because you just didn't want to stay in this anymore. But unfortunately, if I just described your case, unfortunately for the man, if he left you for someone, it's a disastrous situation. It's a disastrous, because he locked himself into the not the golden cage, but ice cage. So he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing specific things. He was talking. His promises and his word did not come together with actions. And we are having the moon, so we having here there hidden agenda. We are having the man who was trying to manipulate you, trying to take advantage, trying to press your buttons as well. We could have narcissistic type here. This card is connected with Virgo and Scorpio, Saturn in Pisces as well. So you simply said, you know what, and it was hard, it was difficult, but again, it could be you walking away, because we have a woman here, you walking away from a third party when you were a third party. But it could have been you walking away because there was a third party involved, which wasn't you. But anyways, you decided to walk away because it was becoming more and more clear for you that there are lies involved. There are hidden agenda involved, double game involved, deceit involved, a lot of things involved, a lot of things. The thing is that staying together with this person would be a disaster for you. And at some point, you did understand it very clearly. You did understand that. And you said, okay, farewell and goodbye. It wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. Each step hurts. But you said, you know what? No more I'm going to be dealing with that. No more. I am leaving. Whether you were third party or you ended this situation because someone else walked into his life, as I already said, I'm repeating myself. If this is the case, unfortunately, the guy got himself into a very unpleasant situation. And now this man is thinking about you. You walked away, you stepped on your new journey. Yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. It was so difficult. It was so painful for you, but you did choose the transformation, and unfortunately that man is in very sad situation right now, because all this we can now mirror on him, and he feels stuck. He feels that someone who walked away from him, he should have fought for her, he should have stopped her, but he didn't do that. This, my beautiful queens, is a set of card number 2. Interesting, huh? How interesting. How many things can the cards tell us? This is the magic of it. This is why I started to teach you that magic, so when I'm not around here, you know all this and you can use it, and you can now then answer to your questions yourself, having your decks. Number 3, Queen of So raise your hand, who is the Queen of Wands. First of all, of course, if you are fire sign, if you are the, like myself, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, this is you. But at the same time, Queen of Wands in this spread means that this is how this man sees you. This is how he still thinks of you as passionate, beautiful, incredible, amazing, unbelievable woman. And what the heck happened? Why it all why it didn't happen? Oh, I will tell you why. Very easy. Why this man did not hold the chance of a lifetime? Because we have 6 of Cups. It's a song, you see already. Those of you who know me long enough, if I sing you a song, this is the message to you. We could have been so good together. We could have danced this dance forever. Okay, we could have been so good together. And he only has himself to blame, because the Chariot. The Chariot. This is horrific type of personality connected with number 7, number 18. Astrologically, the absolutely opposite things. Why opposite things? There is the white horse, there is the black horse. Mind, logic, cold mind and logic, and feelings and emotions. Astrologically, the sign of Aries, opposite of Pisces. So again, a fire and water, and it could have been so good because, and he got scared of your brightness. He got scared that a woman like you, he cannot control and press all your buttons, and so I'm just running away, because this is escape. This is escape of this man personality. But you could. It was so sweet and beautiful, but at the same time, the Queen of Wands, she doesn't take little things. She takes all, or she says goodbye. So of course, a control freak. Of course, someone who this is interesting. This is the card. This is a mix of emperor, hermit, and magician. It's like everything there. So he's stubborn, he's bright, he's strong, but such a self-control that you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe the self-control. They are capable of such self-control that like I can't even tell you. Those people who can like be hungry for 40 days and such independence, it's ridiculous. He's so independent. He so doesn't want to depend on anyone. And of course the Queen of Wands, which is you for him, he, from one, he wants a woman who will obey, just, just like emperor and magician. At the same time, he likes the brightness and charisma. But when he sees, when as soon as there is situation when he losing control, because he's controlling this chariot, as soon as he loses control just a little bit, he just he's gonna jump on this and just gonna run away. He's just jumps on it and runs away. The problem is they are just he must rule the situation. He must rule the situation. But you see, in love and relationship, this is very sad personality, because they, unfortunately, even when they meet the one, and obviously you are the true chance of this type of a relationship which he has deep in his heart, the based on sincerity, like two children, sincere to each other, warm-hearted to each other. You see, as I already said, the major arcana, which is which is combination of magician and emperor. So if he, of course, he can't rule Queen of Wands. You cannot rule Queen of Wands. So if he gets into the situation when he feels that emotions and feelings start to because he considers emotions and feelings or showing weakness or losing, he considers it weakness, and he hates to be weak. So just like magician, just like emperor, if situation is not absolutely 100% controlled by him, kaboom, he jumps on it and he runs. It's the one who runs from any emotions, any feelings, even though he wants them, because we have these two horses. We have the white, we have the black. So of course he doesn't listen to signs from the universe. He doesn't listen to his subconscious. It's a mind logic over anything else. Over anything else, he controls emotions, controls feelings, controls everything. And what he ends up with, you see, it's a warrior. It's a warrior who is a hermit, who is a warrior. He likes adventures, so but as soon as he feels losing control, he just runs away. So of course, this is the man who is thinking of you, but could he stop thinking about, the because it's impossible to forget the Queen of Wands, even if you are a water sign. This is how he sees you, the Queen of Wands. Very complicated type of a man, very hard to build anything with him, because he considers anything connected with feelings and emotions are not that important. Going and conquering the world, Alexander the Great, is important. Everything else is not important. So not only he controls his feelings, emotions, he also tries to control everybody else's. So, but as I said, Queen of Wands, of course, usually this man has in his life many women, but you just stuck in his every particle. You're stuck in there. No matter, of course, he suppresses, of course, he dominating, he thinks controlling. If he is in your life right now, I wish I did private reading on it to see if freaking there is something. Is he gonna be always like this, or there is any possible chances of some positive changes? Because you see, the Queen of Wands, she doesn't like to be with a man who constantly fights feelings and emotions towards her and tries to control her. Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands. She is self-sufficient. She is full of her own life. She's inspired and she's inspiring. She's bright and wants to she wants to live a full life, not just being controlled by someone who's trying to control himself and her, but to get you out of his head uh, is close to impossible, because also for some of you this is situation from past, because Six of Cups could be connected with the past. It could be someone who you didn't see for 20 years, someone you went to kindergarten, to elementary, middle school, or college, and it's been many years since he's been thinking about you and he never forgot you. Uh, and it's a nostalgic feelings. He wish you were there, but um, at the same time, you're not gonna put up with all this, constant controlling and constant necessity to suppress himself and suppress you. Conflict of interest. He's also Chariot is always in conflict with himself. That's why we are having this two, black horse and white horse, or here we're having black sphinx and white sphinx. He's in conflict with himself all the time, and Queen wants the king who's turned his face towards her, and both of them are ruling the world, which is based on love. So where it is going, I don't know. So for some of you, it could be from past, from distant past, or from the past. If this is the present, then you are currently not with, probably not with this man. But if you are with this man now, then complicated guy you are dealing with. This, my beautiful queens, all about this reading. Who is thinking about you, what they are thinking, what's going on. I hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you later. Namaste.